And in terms of dual meets, this is the home finale for Princeton, and their penultimate matchup, they will face Bucknell, who Lehigh did defeat last night by a 32-6 score. As we are underway here at 125, Patrick Glory, second ranked by the coaches, quad captain for Princeton, 89 career wins in a Princeton singlet, 15-0 this season, trying to get a shot here and get a 2-0 lead against Carter Bailey, the sophomore, who is 7-8 on the season, and already we see the brick thrown out. Perhaps the Tigers are looking for that early too. The official yet to give anything here 30 seconds in, as Pat Glory trying to get the action here going in his favor, and now we will indeed have a stalemate and perhaps a challenge.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at this, and I'm kind of surprised that they didn't give the takedown. The referee's going to make their way over here and take a look at it, but Glory looked to be behind Bailey, but they didn't think that he had the control as of yet. So they're going to take a look at it, but already early in the bout, we're getting a challenge brick being thrown.
Well, this is a great way to start things off in terms of setting the tone for these two sides. Carter Bailey, he's seen some time. Jarrett Lane, a defending EIWA 125 champion, has seen some time at this weight class. Lehigh is trying to make things for the first time tough for Patrick Glory in terms of the loss column. 15-0 for Glory this season, 12-0 at 125, the defending national runner-up at 125, and this is what the officials are seeing as you get a look at it on the replay. They're going to take a look right here at this shot from Patrick Glory.
Yeah, and Glory comes up, he's got, I think he's got the overhook on that left side, and there was a hand that was on the mat. So I think that's what the Princeton coaches are arguing here, is there was a hand down of Bailey as Glory was back behind those hips. So they're taking a look at it here, and we're going to see what they come back with. I could see it going either way. They're going to say maybe Glory didn't have enough control in that position for them to award the two, or they're going to say, you know what, he was behind him, did have the overhook, we're going to go ahead and award that too. But now we're going to get our verdict here as referee is coming back.
And it looks indeed like the call is going to stand, as is no score, 38 seconds in, and we'll get back underway, and the action is going to resume right away. Glory, he's going to try to work that right leg behind and get to.
And he's right back in that same position that they ended the action in. Bailey was trying to fish for that leg as Glory went around behind. I guess Glory a little frustrated, he didn't get the two there, so he comes back firing off of that restart, and he's already going to work on top, where we've seen Glory have a lot of success against guys. And a hip heist across there by Bailey as Glory had that claw ride. That's something that everybody knows Glory is going to be hitting when he's on top, is he's going to be tough, tight on the claw, tough on the tight waist. Bailey obviously knew that. He hip heisted across, scored that reversal, but now Glory up and out, scoring the escape to even to give him the 3-2 advantage.
So a big moment there from Bailey, but Glory able to take the lead back. Just 9 losses in Glory's career against 5 different wrestlers. One of those, of course, Spencer Lee, who's #1 in the nation at 125, as Glory now makes it a 5-2 lead. But Carter Bailey, very strong in his own right. At the high school level, was the senior nationals runner-up in 2021. Deferred his eligibility last year, so although sophomore academically as a student athlete, he is a freshman. And right now in a position where he's trying to break the ride from Patrick Glory. Glory has 5 wins against ranked opponents this season, including what was his debut at 133. Had a little bit of an adjustment there, a lot of decisions in that switch to 133, but as of late, he started to get back to his normal form. Bonus wins in 3 of his last 4, trying to keep things going here with about a half-minute left to go in this first period.
Yeah, and this time, Glory has gotten to his bread and butter. He's got that leg in, he's figure forward above the knee, keeping that hip high, as you see there. As soon as Bailey tries to get up to a base, he lifts, kind of forces his hips into him, and lifts that leg, keeping him flat here, and just stays real heavy on top. Glory is kind of akin to a wet blanket on top. He smothers, he keeps guys flat, and he's very good in those positions. It was good on Bailey last time to hit that hip heist across when you felt that claw come in from Glory, but this time Glory able to get to where he's most comfortable with that leg in, and Bailey flattened out on the bottom, and now Glory going to take the bottom position to start the second period.
In the lead for Glory, 5-2. Bailey has been accustomed to a lot of close matchups this season. 3 and 4 in matches decided by 1 or 2 points. But again, this might be his toughest challenge to date, going up against the number 2 wrestler, who now leads 6-2 after the escape about 10 seconds in. And they're going to go right back to a tie-a-pot.
Yeah, Glory not wasting any time, getting up and out and keeping the riding time in his favor. A little dump attempt there by Bailey. Glory squares around, kind of cartwheeled his way over the top.
Glory, one of 7 seniors honored before he went on the air today. 4 captains for this program that were honored. A huge job that they've done. And obviously the whole senior class, what they've been able to do with an Ivy League championship in 2020. And then last year, Quincy Monday and Patrick Glory, national runners-up. First time that Princeton had 2 finalists in the same season, as Glory trying to extend his 6-2 lead, and he'll get the 2 to now go up by 6.
Yeah, nice methodical shot there by Glory. Was in on it, and then as he was underneath, took a re-attack to get his head and kind of cartwheeled his head, little head wheel there, up into that pocket, and scores another takedown. So Glory going to work here. He's kind of weathered that storm that Bailey had going on early in that first period when he hit that hip height to get the reversal. And since then, it's been all Glory.
8-2 now the lead with just over 1/2 minute to go. As Princeton and Lehigh matching up for the 64th time in program history. Lehigh has had the all-time advantage firmly in their favor. 54 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw. But again, Princeton has won the last 3, including 2 in Bethlehem, as a stall call, now a warning against Carter Bailey. Short time here.
It's been, as I said, it's been all Glory, especially here on top, where he's just puts all kinds of pressure on guys. And, this is the time where he's going to need to really sharpen those skills, because when it comes to conferences and it comes to that NCAA tournament, that's where the differentiator is in that top ride. Your ability to get out from underneath and your ability to ride, and Glory, gonna opt to give the escape here, but he showcased that all year, that whether he's at 125 or he's at 133 pounds, he can ride guys, he can keep them flat on the mat.
8-3 the score, and make it now 10-3 as Patrick Glory puts himself in a position, whether he rides it out or tries to opt for a quicker scoring pace, where he could get Princeton a bonus point or more.
And we've seen a couple times where, Glory is in position to score a bonus point. And he gave up, I believe the last time we were here, gave up a late escape. The home dual meet before then, gave up a late reversal. So there's been times where Glory really needed to get it done in crunch time when he was on top and wasn't able to get it done. So, that's something that I'm sure the coaches have worked with him on. Try to keep his head level in these positions, because Glory is ultra critical. He's his own worst critic when it comes to those situations. So, being able to stay on top, ride tough, keep these legs in, and just absolutely smother Bailey is one of those keys for Glory as he continues to look forward to get back to the NCAA mat.
He has locked in a riding time point with that advantage over 3 minutes, under 1 to go. So 11th point in the hip pocket, but to your point, Ryan, 2 matches ago here at Jadwin Gym, as a stall call, that will mean another point. No more warnings to give for Bailey. Glory now up 11-3. It was a late reversal by Ryder that ended up being a big difference, because that went down to criteria D, so they were actually even in total points through all the matches, not just the team score, but total points earned by individuals. And as we have things deadlocked here, they'll resume the action with 23 seconds left, but that's something, if you're a wrestler of Glory's caliber, even the littlest things stick in the mind that he wants to work on, and he's going to look to finish strong here over the final 23 seconds.
Yeah, as I said, Glory is a very detail-oriented wrestler. It's all in the minutia of his wrestling, and you see Bailey just trying to get out, trying to get up. This is that time where we've seen Glory give up the escape or the reversal, and here it is happening again, and it's just crushing for him, where he's there, and then in the final couple of seconds of the bout, he gives up the points where he can't make something happen and get those bonus points. And he looks a little injured here as well.